95% of people are paying way too much for their cars. And after buying tons of cars to resell, I figured out how to get them for the cheapest prices. So today, our goal is to find the most deals possible while showing you what to look for and what to avoid when buying a car. And there's 3 rules. Number 1, only cars under $5,000. Number 2, they have to be easy fix. And number 3, there is no 3. Let's get started. Let's check out this first car. It's $1,500 with only 100,000 miles, and it's a 2005 Toyota Avalon. So clicking on it before I even look at the pictures, it says motor has jump timing, and we're trying to find one that's easy to fix, so this one's not going to be a good deal. And ones like this, it's almost 200,000 miles, so I'm not going to click it. This one, you can see it's in a field almost, so it's probably all beat up. But what about this one? It doesn't say the mileage. It says it's $1,000. 180,000 miles. It's high miles, but it's not too high of a price. We are not going to be able to fix that. All right, $1,500 for a 4x4 Jeep. And the description says it needs a new engine. That's definitely not going to be a good car. This one's only $400. Has 171,000 miles. The motor and transmission are great. He says there's literally nothing wrong. And he says or best offer, even though it's listed for $400. Even though the car looks perfect. So this is probably going to be a scam when you message him. Almost like 99% chance. It's not even worth messaging that guy. He's just messing around. But $950 for this thing, 120,000 miles, runs and drive, has the title, no back window. No back window actually isn't that big of a deal. It might cost $200 to fix. We can see the bumper down here is a little banged up, but that could easily be fixed. The headlights need a little polish. Yeah, there's quite a lot wrong. You can see down here there's a whole bunch of dents, and then up on the fender right there's some dents. That was almost going to be a good car, just really beat up on the outside. $1,600, Chevy Traverse. We don't know the miles. Hopefully they say it in the description. Car needs some work, not sure is what wrong. Turns on and drives, just needs some TLC. So it doesn't say what's wrong. So I just watched over this video, and what I noticed is the tire light's blinking. Then it also said it needs new engine oil, and the starter's a little loud and it almost sounds kind of bad. But this thing, once it's up and running, it sounds great. And looking over the rest of the car, it actually looks to be pretty good. And the reason they listed it so cheap is just because they think there's all sorts of problems with it, which I actually don't think it needs that much. And they said it needs some TLC, which, yeah, that's kind of what it needs. So I'm going to take this car and put it in another tab and compare it with other similar cars to see if it's actually worth it, or if that's just an average price for these cars. And I couldn't see the mileage on the dash of this thing, so we're not sure, but I'm just gonna guess it's around 150,000, and you'd have to text the guy to ask him. But looking over these cars, they're going from $2,000 to up to $6,000, all right around in what the mileage probably is on this car based on the condition. So already, one of the first deals we found, I think is actually a good deal, and you could make $2,000 profit on this thing just fixing it up with maximum $500, probably only like $100 or $200 of parts. So I'd ask the guy for the VIN of the car, buy a Carfax, and I'd ask him like if the seats are ripped, because you can see their seat covers. I bet they are, but it's definitely going to be a worthwhile deal. So that was deal 1. Let's see if we can find deal 2. This one has 180,000 miles. Brakes weak. Yeah, a lot of the stuff he's saying, it just seems like it has too much problems for this cheaper car. You're gonna have to fix it up, and it's really not gonna make you much money. $1,900 for a BMW. All right. It will turn off not all the time, thinking it can be a fuel filter. So he has no clue. It's not that good of a car, it seems like, because it's got some problems, and we want something easy to fix. I would say that last car is going to be an easy fix. Something like this one, I almost clicked on it, but you can just see it's been sitting there forever. There's leaves all around it. It's going to have a lot of problems, and it's going to be hard to get up and running and be reliable. What about this one? It says 19,000 miles. It might be 190,000 miles. That would be my guess. They don't write in the description anything about it, and it doesn't look too bad of condition, but I'm willing to bet it has too many miles for us. $1,000 for this Ford Focus. It has 170,000 miles. It doesn't look to be in bad condition at all. Looking over the pictures, yeah, the paint looks great. There's no dents, no scratches. The interior is perfectly clean. Just passed inspection. I didn't read the description. It's $1,000 down payment. It's not $1,000 for the car. I was thinking this thing was too good to be true, but I guess not. All right, what about this? 123,000 miles. I have the title in my name. Hopefully it's actually 123,000 miles, because sometimes they just type 123 and type it in. This thing does look like it has more miles than that, and it's quite beat up. The engine bay looks horrible. The hood looks horrible. This car is a pretty horrible car and would cost a lot to get fixed up. What about this one? It has a different color bumper, but it doesn't seem horrible. Just looking at it, I can tell it's going to be a big deal. There's just paint chipping everywhere. I bet it was repainted. Yeah, it's Not gonna be a fun one. There is a lot of deals on here though. 155,000 miles, $700, has a lot of problems, needs all sorts of stuff. This one could make some profit on it. He's got little signs. It could make some profit on it, but it's got too many problems, and we're looking for some easy flips to make a lot of money. There's no way this thing is 2017 for only $900. Rent option to buy. Yep, I was right. All right, here's a $1,800 2004, 141,000 miles. It's pretty good, they say, and it's negotiable on the price. The paint's horrible. There's bumpers all messed up. Not the bumper, the fender. And looking through the rest of the photos, the other fender's messed up. Yeah, the whole front end of this and the back end is destroyed. Yeah, it gets from point A to point B is what they probably would have said, but it's hard to make profit on those cars. These three right here just look like pieces of work, honestly. This one's 2,300. It's a little more expensive than the other cars we've been looking at, but let's see if there's anything wrong. Mechanically, it's perfect, up to date. Price is not negotiable, so he says it's perfect. And the paint does look really good. The paint's shiny. It was just repainted, I bet. But there's huge dents, and you can see there's no door handle. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Yeah, it's mechanically perfect, but the rest of this, he literally spray painted the tires, I'm pretty sure, but he for sure painted the wheels. We're gonna keep looking. We don't want these horrible cars. What about this? I don't know what these things are going for exactly, but it looks like it was all modded out, which some people like, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's not too bad of condition. Did they take it apart? Oh no, that's just how it looks, okay. Yeah, the exterior looks good. The interior looks good too. There's a couple things on the exterior, but it's not too bad at all. Need some TLC, no AC, no radio, no grill. Transmission slips sometimes. Probably should have read the description first. That one's not going to be a car we want to buy. $600 for a Nissan Altima with only 141,000. Needs engine, does not run. All right, $1,000, 130,000 miles. 2012, needs transmission. All right, I have good feelings about this Mini Cooper. He doesn't say the miles. It's $1,500. Has it installed an engine modified, minor issues, turn signal, and the speedometer isn't working. That's not really a big deal. I'm happy to answer. He says it's a project car, but then he only names 2 problems, which really isn't that big of a deal. So I am a little suspicious about this. It's just a little bit of a sketchy listing, I'd say, so we're gonna look for a better car. $1,500, 160,000 miles. Purchased a couple months ago, and now it's fine. I was getting oil pressure light, started running rough. It's been parked for a month. I'm not sure if it's drivable. He's naming a lot. I would actually consider this if we weren't looking for an easy to fix car, but that's what we're looking for, so that's what we're gonna find. This thing has horrible paint, but, oh, I mean, I thought the paint was just bad, but it was painted in bed liner, it looks like, which is pretty funny. It's just gonna be hard to sell that car painted in bed liner, but that's not really a big deal if you didn't care about it. And it's a manual transmission, so that car could make some money on it. It would just be listed for a while until the right buyer bought it. Some of these cars you'll see me scroll past and they look like good deals, like this one, but I'm just not even clicking them because it's gonna be like a dealer car. As you can see, it says down 1,200, which is a dealer car, and you can kind of just tell by the price if it's like way too cheap for a really good car, or by the pictures sometimes. Like this, I don't think it's a dealer car, but there's no way it's that cheap. And it's a dealer car, look at that guy. I guess we're not buying from him. He wanted a down payment. All right, this thing's in 1989, and I don't like to buy older cars, but if it doesn't have too many problems, it might be pretty good. We'll need a battery soon, driver's side door panel, door and window actuators. We'll need shocks, valve cover, gasket replaced. Just because of the shocks, that's gonna be kind of a big fix. So we can't buy this car, even if it was gonna make us some money. I wonder how much this guy wants for his car. He wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, but they always just write that. They probably want an offer. It's sold for parts, so that means it's not running. $800. That could be worth it for 200,000 miles. See if there's any problems. Good parts, vehicle, or mechanic special. Come on. It is really hard to find one of these cheaper cars that you can make a profit on without having to fix much, which is why we're struggling. But that's the whole point of the video. All right, this one looks promising. $2,000, lowered from $3,500. 2 weeks ago, and I began hearing clicking and vibrating. It's got all sorts of problems, bullet points. That one's 2 million. I guess we're not gonna buy that. And it used to be 2.3 million. This car is a scam that's listed like all over Facebook. It's crazy. What about this one though? 171,000 miles, only $600. And it seems like it's got quite a few problems. All right, $1,000, 140,000 miles. The hood looks horrible. And before I say anything more, it looks like it's got some problems, like needing a new engine. So, all right, a yellow Dodge Caravan. All right, what about this? 150,000 miles, $2,300. The description says transmission come, engine same way. I don't know what that means, but we are gonna buy that. $1,500, only $1,000, a thousand. 100,000 miles. I can't speak. It's got some problems. I guess I should probably be clicking on the a little bit higher priced ones, like this one. It's $4,000. So we don't just find ones with all sorts of problems. Car for sale has some details for that price. He's saying there's probably a few problems, which is why it's for sale. It looks brand new basically. But what I am sketched about is it has temporary plates right there. And it just looks too new for the price. So whatever the details for that price mean, are gonna be kind of big. Maybe even it's an engine light, we don't know. 2016 Toyota Camry has really high miles, but it looks brand new. Down payment, never mind. 2015 Ford Taurus, $1,700. Oh my. It's a down payment. $3,000, 125,000 miles. 2013 Chevy. There's no descriptions and one photo. I'm not gonna allow this to be a deal or anything because we don't know anything about the car. All right, a 2017, 140,000 miles. $2,500. It says, I need to get rid of this car. Even if you buy it, use it for parts. Desperate, I need new money and a new vehicle. I mean, the photos look great. It does have a banged up fender, but that's not horrible, like, for the price and how new it is. Let's see what these things are going for in another tab. Here in another tab, you can see ours is right there. And it seems like they're going for $4,000 maybe in our condition, and we'd have to fix the fender and maybe fix a couple other things that they didn't tell us about. And yeah, there's some lower priced ones, but they seem to be in way worse condition. Like this one has 70,000 miles. I bet it's got some problems. Not problems, but that's a down payment. So we could get at least $4,000 for this car, I'm pretty sure. And as long as it's just that fender and maybe a couple other smaller problems that aren't going to be too horrible, we could make some money on this. Probably $1,500 profit. If you could negotiate down the price by $1,000, that would be even better. And it seemed like they were desperate to sell it, so there's a good chance you could make some money on it. I forgot to record an outro, but if you want to learn how you can do more than just find cars, watch this video next, which is about flipping cars. And as always, I'm wishing you a lucky day.